Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Dan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday of your favorite NFL news show on the internet, Fourth and Forever, a Roundtable Sports production, real coverage from real fans. Three losers are looking at you right now, ladies and gentlemen. Three losers. Man, it's been a while since the Buffalo Bills lost a game. Ah, good God. But you know what? Let's save all those for the AFC East Roundtable. There's plenty to talk about on today's episode. TD, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Despite my team losing, it was a beautiful Sunday. It just kind of like made me feel good about the fact that I know ball. I know ball. A lot of things that I predicted throughout the week actually happened on Sunday, but a lot to get into. But hey, man, that's what we're here for. Fourth and Forever. Y'all hit that like button. Let your friends and family members know that Fourth and Forever is here Monday through Friday. And man, y'all check into the chat, man. Y'all check in and let us know what team you're repping and what team you love. All right, because I know there's one fan base that may not be showing up on the show today.
Richie, what's going on, man? How you doing?
No, I wasn't here for the preview. So, TD, you picked the Panthers to beat the Dolphins? You said you were right this week about everything?
Oh, no. I didn't say that I was right about everything. I said I know ball. See, ball. It's okay to have team bias, whenever you think your team is going to win and they lose. That's okay, Yeah,
I'm happy that you have a brand new team to root for. Now, I'm excited to be back, man.
You got a new one.
Yeah, and it's crazy that it's a team within the own division.
They're good. They're good. I mean, they're the best. They're the best. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we'll get into it.
Yeah, but it feels good to be back home, man. This past week was a whirlwind for myself, being at the NFC West Roundtable event, being in LA, meeting that crew for the first time. Super successful event. Meeting everybody for the first time was like mind-blowing, and it could not have went smoother. And I don't know. That could have been the best event Roundtable Sports ever threw. I don't want to I don't want to throw any shade to the AFC East Roundtable events that we've done, but man, that was a special one over there in LA. Met a lot of great people. Some people that watched Fourth and Forever was there. So shout out to you if you're watching. So yeah, it was a getting down from the high of the LA event, and then the Jets had to ground me back to earth. But I'm excited to be here with you guys back on Fourth and Forever.
Man, you know what, dude? A crazy week of football, might I tell you what. A lot of upsets, all right? Like, we saw teams get their first win. We saw both remaining undefeated teams lose as well. It's definitely a competitive landscape, I've realized. It's either that or, like, it's very difficult to pinpoint, like, what team is truly good, like, truly hitting their reins right now. But let's just go on ahead and start unpacking some of these games, starting off with the London matchup. Let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. The Minnesota Vikings end up edging out a victory 21-17. But boys, I got to tell you what is our take on how Dillon Gabriel played? Obviously, he had a big test going up against the Minnesota Vikings defense. Went 19 for 33, 190 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And so the defense still did their job over in Cleveland, but Minnesota, after avoiding a scare, of course, from Carson Wentz going down right before the half, came back and finished out the game, and they get it done in London. TD, thoughts on the early game yesterday? What do you got?
Yeah, man, I watched the entire game. I thought it was a good game. One thing to take out of that game is the fact that the Cleveland Browns defense is legitimate, and people need to come to understand that. Carson Wentz was under pressure all day. They even knocked him out of the game, but he did return. There was a little panic setting in for Vikings fans when he got knocked out, but he did end up returning to bring his team to victory. Justin Jefferson just had a field day, and overall, man, the Minnesota Vikings, they were sound in this game. I'll put it like that. They weren't explosive. They were sound. Justin Jefferson was explosive. But this is really about the Cleveland Browns overall. Great defense. But Dillon Gabriel under center, is if he was a veteran, I would say above average. Okay, but he's a rookie, so I felt like Dylan Gabriel was good. Like not and you know how my rankings for quarterback, you know, you need to be really good, great, or elite, right? He was just good. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good starting place, but it's nothing to write home about and feel like you know what he's going to be long term. But I was uninspired. Kevin Stefanski did a very good job protecting him, making sure there was a lot of deep and dunks, which you should be doing for your young quarterback. He probably had like 3 passes that were intermediate, but they were really good passes for about 15 to 20 yards in the middle of the field. And outside of that, you know, when he threw that first touchdown, it was, you know, 3rd and goal from the 1 or something like that. Make it boot. Nobody, wide open wide receiver. He delivered the football. I've seen guys literally drop that down in the dirt.
So your audio took a dump, bro.
What's wrong with it? Is it okay?
Sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, it's better now.
I don't know why it's in and out. Well, I've had some water damage over here, but I guess you got to tap it to get it back. So am I good now?
Yeah, you're better.
All right. Did y'all at least hear what I was saying? It was just
hard to hear.
Okay. So I'll give Dylan Gabriel good, but here's the thing that was puzzling to me. Brian Flores, he's been doing this a lot this year. A lot of people expect for him to zero blitz and things like that. And even the commentator noticed, you know, Brian Flores hasn't really been zero blitzing as much this year. And a rookie quarterback in Dylan Gabriel, you barely, like you never sit the zero, and you only sit like an extra guy, like a 5th guy on occasions. You didn't really put the pressure on the young guy and make him, you know, there was a point in the 3rd quarter where you've had a few plays where he did and Dylan didn't look good. He took some bad sacks in those moments, but you would think that he was really just going after him, but he really wasn't. He was just staying put, you know, letting the game come to the defense. And Dylan got a little bit comfortable back there, you know, delivering a little short passes. So here's my final take on it. Dylan doesn't look like the guy that's electric, that's going to really carry the franchise, but he did come in and do his job at a bare minimum. The team needed more from not just that position, but the other positions as well, like the receiving core and the running game, to actually win the game. So they're going to coast. He's going to hopefully get better and better. And we'll see if he can, you know, get to that next level, which is going to make the difference and help them actually win a game like the one they just had. So overall, good start for Dylan. 58% completion. Ain't nothing to really write home for, but he wasn't the reason they lost. That's all I care about with young rookies. He was not the reason they lost. So, yeah, man, it was what it was. Nothing crazy.
So for me, I think he lacks the big play potential, right?
Yeah, but it's protection. It's protection. Stefanski's not trying to have him, you know.
Yeah. You know, like first game, especially in London, obviously going to be some growing pains here and there. I still have a gut feeling that his start is going to be temporary. And so I think that just about every single quarterback is going to get a rep at about 4 games this year for Cleveland. But it's such a shame, too, because that defense over in Cleveland is Super Bowl caliber.
Yeah.
Like they are a damn good squad. And if only they could figure it out offensively on a more consistent basis, what could have been over in Cleveland? Richie, thoughts on the Vikings and the Browns game? How do you got?
Yeah, it was an entertaining game. They got, you know, the Browns. The one thing I'm impressed with them is they have a really good rookie class, minus their
that's true.
Minus Mason Graham, their first round pick. He's not been anything to write home about just yet. Early on in his career, outside of their number 5th overall pick, you know, you got Harold Fannin getting in the end zone for the first time. The rookie tight end, you got the running back who is absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, Dylan Gabriel out there making some plays. And I think that, you know, the future for Cleveland, it really just comes down to hitting on their quarterback. And they have 2 rookies that they're going to be balancing. I was impressed with Dylan Gabriel. I'll be honest. I mean, Dan, you and I were there at the Senior Bowl. I came away very unimpressed with Dylan Gabriel at the Senior Bowl. And he looked a lot better in his debut than I thought he would. I think I hate to make that comparison. It's lazy because he's a southpaw, but I feel like he could be another version of Tua. Just like picking the but like timing and quick
I saw
releases
that
and
too.
moving, and like I don't know if it's just like poisoning my brain because he's a lefty or any. I think that's the
But
only.
I
I don't
felt
know.
it, Richie. I
There's
felt
more
it too.
than that. It's like
It
the
was a
size. It's like he's doing everything like Tua does, but in a different way. And and we know what Tua is. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's just not great. And that's just the maybe if Dylan Gabriel gets there, hey, maybe he'll get paid the big bucks. That's all you can want for. But yeah, impressive win for Minnesota with a lot of the injuries that they were doing. Justin Jefferson getting moving, Jordan Addison making his return, getting in the end zone. So impressive win for Minnesota, who, by the way, was on in Europe for back-to-back weeks, and now they're entering their bye week. And they come away with no, they lost last week to Pittsburgh, so they're coming away with one win over there.
One win overseas. The Minnesota Vikings hopefully will be able to get J.J. McCarthy back in action soon. How about Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat? How about Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat and the New Orleans Saints finding their way into the win column at 1-4, no longer the undisputed first overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft, at least as of right now. But the Saints end up defeating the New York Giants 26-14. Even though Dart had 2 interceptions, I still think he was semi-impressive. I still liked what I saw out there. I think there's going to be, some games where he's going to need to, sort of adjust to the welcome to the NFL type mentality. I still think that he's a better option than Russell Wilson, but these New Orleans Saints find their way into the win column. Thoughts on this one, Richie? Jackson Dart, game 2, and the New Orleans Saints finding their way into the win column.
The analysis for this game is very simple, and it should be short and sweet for everybody. The Giants handed this game to the Saints. They turned the ball over on 5 straight possessions. 5 straight. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a record. Like literally 5 straight possessions, they turned it over. That's mind-blowing. And a lot of those turnovers obviously came with points for the New Orleans Saints. That's why they lost. I mean, the Giants just completely fell apart, collapsed. They would not have lost that football game if it wasn't for those turnovers. Jackson Dart just dropping it while he's running, and then Scatterbo drops it. It's just, and then who else? Darius Slay, I think it was, or Slayton rather. It really, really sloppy football. And that's why the Saints get the job done. And now, we'll get into it, but the Saints and the Titans get a win, so the Jets are the last ones standing with no wins, which is pathetic. And it's just we'll get into another game, but I'll just spoil it. I got eliminated from my survival pool. Yesterday was a dark day for me. Because guess who I picked?
Who did you?
A lot of people got eliminated.
I picked the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Watching that fourth quarter.
Oh, my God.
After the Jets game, mind you, I'm already pissed off about that. Now, watching the Cardinals, because when you pick a survival pool pick, you become a fan of that team. That fourth quarter, I was like ready to... Oh, we'll get into that game, bro. I cannot believe. I was like, all right, maybe I'll win the survival pool to make me feel better about my Jets. Nope, can't even do that.
The Arizona Cardinals out for the survivor pool. Like, honestly, man, like how this season has been shaping out, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like 3 people left in the survivor pool right now.
I was scared to pick that too. And while I was in LA, I was with the NFC West Roundtable crew. And I'm like, guys, do I pick the Cardinals? And I asked Mike, our Cardinals guy, like, I'm picking the Cardinals this week. Should I? Like, you got to give me some confidence here. And they said they should. They gave me the confidence. And then Mike messaged me last night, Richie, I'm so sorry, bro.
I'll be right back. It's the
Richie.
mailman's out the door.
You got it. Richie, I'm so sorry, bro. But, man, that was brutal, TD, losing that way. But we'll save that. We'll go game by game. I don't want to jump ahead of this one. But what was your reaction of the Saints getting their first win of the season?
Well, first off, Dan, don't answer the door. It's Drake May. Don't answer it.
It's coming.
All right. The Saints and the Giants. Man, I don't got nothing to say about the Saints. You're right. The Giants gave this game away. But here's the deal. Everybody's going to judge the quarterback. You're the young guy. You got to keep leading this team to victories. Yeah, they had 5 turnovers, but 3 of them were his. 3 of them were his. I don't care how well you played during a game. You solely turned the ball over 3 times. No, that is unacceptable. You have to protect the football to win games in the NFL. It is rare, not saying that it can't happen, but it is rare for you to win turning the ball over 3 or more times. And your quarterback alone accounted for 3 of the 5 turnovers, okay? So Jackson Dart needs to wake up today and say, hey, you know what? That's on me. I'll be better. You don't turn a football over 3 times in the NFL and expect to win. Okay, this was an opportunity to spark this team and go 2-3. Last week you got them out of the dump, and now you want to try to build on it. And all you did is showed, hey man, I'm still raw, I'm still young, but you got to make progress. Ballers ball, y'all. Ballers ball. This team was poised to start going on a run led by you, and you were a major contributor in the loss. Be better, Jackson Dart, but this isn't one of those moments where you say, yeah, he ain't going to be it. Yeah, that was all fraud last week. He has intangibles, but these type of performances can't happen, all right? Because I started to take a liking to Jackson Dart after that first game, was very poised, did his job, helped the team win, and now you help them lose. That's all you have to avoid. It's okay if your team loses. Just don't help them, and you just help them. That's my number one rule. Did you contribute in the win or did you contribute in the loss? And that's what matters.
And see, the sad thing is that like this is when the schedule for the Giants gets absolutely awful.
Yeah.
It gets absolutely awful.
Yeah.
They have the Eagles at home, then the Denver Broncos, then the Eagles again, then the San Francisco 49ers, the Chicago Bears, the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions.
You can really you can hurt this kid early. Like, we could be looking up in 5 weeks and be like, yeah, we thought after that week 1, but yeah, he may just not be it. That's exactly what we could be saying. So that's why against the Saints, though, that's a bad look. That's the one where if you played turnover-free football, you win. You win. It's on you. Yeah, there's other things on the team, but I'm tired of people always pointing to the team when the quarterback can have the biggest impact when they do stuff like this. They win this game if Jackson Dart doesn't turn the ball over 3 times. You can't convince me otherwise.
Those damn New York Giants, man, now they have a gauntlet ahead of them. Good God.
It's also an opportunity to rise, so we'll see.
Hey, look, you know what? Like, TD, for the most part, has been knowing ball recently, right? Because not only did he say Pats would beat the Bills last night, he did predict that. I will give him credit for that. But he also said that the Indianapolis Colts might be the best team in the NFL. All right? I didn't want to believe it.
But yeah,
I didn't want to believe it. All right? But damn, man, the Indianapolis Colts again put up 40 points. This time on the Las Vegas Raiders. I can't believe they beat the Patriots. I can't believe this Raiders team shocked the world week 1 and beat the Patriots, man. This league makes no sense this year. But Daniel Jones, man, again, going out there and showing the Giants that he was the guy indeed. 20 for 29, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Even with Jonathan Taylor not particularly having a crazy game on the ground, only 3.9 yards per average. Added 3 touchdowns, though, so a red zone menace. But the Indianapolis Colts continue to roll at 4-1. Even during their loss, they really didn't even look all that bad. It was more self-inflicted wounds during their sole loss of the season already. I think this Colts team is a wagon. I'm not going to lie to you. Very excited to see how the rest of their season pans out. So they have the Cardinals next week, okay, followed by the Chargers, who have dropped 2 in a row. Then the Titans, then the Steelers, the Falcons, the Chiefs. I suppose their schedule gets a bit more difficult toward the end.
Number 1 seed alert.
1 seed alert, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Richie, what do you got on this? Talk to me.
Are they the best team in the AFC?
No.
Why we still answering that question? I told you already.
It's a question. It's a question.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but you telling it doesn't mean, you say one thing, Dan says the other. That's why it's still a question.
Dan can say no all he wants, but how about Dan tell us who is? How about Dan Mitchell tell us who is the best team and who's the number 1 seed then?
The Buffalo Bills. It's the Bills. Buffalo Bills.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Homerism. See, this is completely homerism. I get the record suggesting that you're right there, probably with 3 other teams, but you have to understand, y'all haven't played nobody to prove that, Dan.
It's the Bills. It's the Bills, man.
You ain't even the best team in your division.
Look, all right, listen, we're going to be saving a lot of this for the AFC East Roundtable. I'm not going to spoil any of our takes from the AFC East.
I had to, man. I know. It's good.
No. Listen, man.
I just told you, Dan. Get ready for Daniel Jones to be your new Joe Burrow. That's all I'm saying,
If
man.
Daniel Jones is not taking down the Buffalo Bills in the
His
playoffs.
new Brady.
I'm correct. Dude, I might retire if Daniel Jones takes out the Bills in the first round of the playoffs. Baby.
Marches
You know
in
what
the
I mean?
Buffalo legacy game. Oh my goodness.
It would be an
But
absolute legacy game. But
all
talk to me
jokes
about
aside-
these damn Colts. Go ahead.
No, all jokes aside, dude, like it doesn't matter how bad a team is, like the Raiders. A blowout 40-6 is impressive no matter who the opponent is. And the way that they're doing these games, it's just really unbelievable. Controlling Jonathan Taylor is the offensive player of the year at this point of the season. Like, I don't think there's a better player offensively in the league right now. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. 3 touchdowns. How did this guy not go in the first round of the fantasy football drafts? He's a fantasy football winner. Daniel Jones, they had 5 offensive touchdowns between Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor. Like, they're just absolutely dominating this sport. Not even just offensively. Defensively, they're making plays. Just an unbelievable situation what's going on. Geno Smith is, I know this is not about the Seahawks, and that was the game of the week, but you can tell the Seahawks made the right decision of moving off of Geno. Because, and going with Sam, Geno Smith is an absolute shell of what he was in Seattle. Absolute bum right now. And, it's weird. The weird thing about the Raiders is Pete Carroll is a coach that you're not rebuilding. You're not rebuilding with Pete Carroll. He's here to win right now. And they brought in Geno. That's a win now quarterback. You drafted Ashton Genty in the first round. You're expected to have a really good running game. Their wide receiver core is all over the place, of course. But the Raiders are an absolute mess. And the Indianapolis Colts took advantage of that. And how about Anthony Richardson coming in the game in garbage time? And remember when it was a debate in the offseason for that quarterback competition? Man, did they go out there and do their job. Ashton Doolin, who the heck is that, is receiving 55 yards, leading the way, more than Michael Pittman Jr., more than Tyler Warren, more than Josh Downs. It's just unbelievable, And did Adonai Mitchell play, or is he hurt, or did he get benched because of the fumble last week? Why didn't Mitchell get a catch in that game? But yeah, the Colts are legit, and I'm excited to watch them, man. And tonight's game, if the Jaguars somehow beat the Chiefs tonight, we're going to have a real conversation about the AFC South.
Perhaps being the best division in football.
Yeah, the Texans blowing out the Ravens, the Titans back on top. You got
Dude, you know what? About time, because that AFC South roundtable was starting to get sad last year. All right?
Yeah, and it's popping
sad.
off. It's going to pop
Popping
off this
right
week.
now.
Regardless if the Jaguars win or not tonight, it's going to pop off this week, man. They've been that show has been killing it for this network.
Dude, you know what, man? Shout out to the boys in the AFC South. It's those damn Tennessee Titans. Even the Titans ended up making it work out there, dude. Even the Titans ended up making it work. As TD Finstock ultimately ended up leaving the show. We have no idea. We have no idea what's happening.
His power just went out.
His power just ended up going out. All right. Well, as far as the Colts, man, like I said, I'm looking at their schedule. The back half is loaded. And you know what? I don't think that we need to say, let's wait and see right before we end up attaching a conclusion on the Colts. I feel like that would be a disservice. That would be a disservice to this team and what they have been able to accomplish thus far. Shout out to the team. But this Las Vegas Raiders squad, dude, I'm not really sure where you go from here. And so I'm not sure your suggestion of what Pete Carroll does with this organization. Were we that high on them in the first place? Sure, it was a good story that Pete Carroll was coming back, being reunited with Geno. But, yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know how they won that game against New England week 1 in their schedule. Yeah. Well, wow. Guess who the Raiders are playing next week?
Who
do you got winning? It's another one-win team. 1-4. The Titans versus the Raiders.
Oh, God. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's going to be crazy.
Cam Ward was a wagon, dude. Cam Ward, a damn wagon the other day.
You just got to hope that the Raiders pick off Cam Ward and fumble it and kick it in the end zone. That's what they got to hope for.
Kick it in the end zone, man. Kick it in the end zone.
Dude, but that's a crazy team, man. Pete Carroll is definitely not looking great right now. Chat, let us know your thoughts. And Dan, I put a poll in the chat, and I asked the chat, did you hit the like button And answer number 1 is yes. Answer number 2 is no, not yet. 81% said yes. 19% said no, not yet. So I wonder if they eventually hit it. There's 159 votes and 132 like buttons.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
So
man.
are people lying
I know
to
your
me?
mouses are working, folks. I know your mouse is working. All right. So do us a favor and hit that thumbs up sign, propel it out to the YouTube algorithm, and let's move on as we and just give all the love in the world to the Indianapolis Colts. I'm sure TD was going to be able to go on a tangent about how good the Colts were. But anyway, let's talk a little business here. Shout out to Sleeper Picks for being a proud partner of this show. Folks, we typically advertise their 100% deposit match up to $100. Get this. Right now, they're actually offering $20 free just for signing up, right? No deposit. It's just a short-time promo. And there is some Monday Night Football action going on this evening. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs. Say, for example, that you would like to take advantage of this, guys. Now is the time to do it. Link is in the description. It's a very simple process. Pick 2 to 6 players. As long as you end up guaranteeing or predicting accurately whether or not that these players are going to hit their numbers more or less, you could walk out with insane returns, sometimes up to 1,000x. Shout out to Sleeper Picks for being a proud partner of this show. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, man. $20 for free. Look at that.
$20 for free.
That's pretty epic.
For free. Simply just going on ahead and just signing up, plus your 100% deposit match, as long as you use code RTS. That is a beautiful thing. Well, hey, you know what, dude? Let's take a look at a couple of super chats, and let's welcome in some Patreon callers here in a hot second. TD, and so the New Jersey Jets are a 5th team in the past 90 years to be 0-4, no takeaways. Okay, I think this was last week. Let me see. Cam Ward is the gem in the rough. Shout out to Flicks. So much for 17-0. At least Richie can be happy. Garrett Wilson will get over 700 yards as they go 0-17. Nobody said that the Buffalo Bills were going 17-0. Nobody said that. Tony,
yeah, you did.
I said, could the Buffalo Bills go 17-0? It was a question.
Well, Andy Johnson was saying it.
That's no. We weren't going 17-0.
Andy was.
I have receipts. I have
receipts of Andy saying it.
I said 15-2. All right.
What's more impressive, 17-0 or 0-17?
Well, you know what, man? All right. Listen, I'm glad that we weren't the last team remaining being undefeated. Technically, we were. Technically, we weren't. But I did see this graphic, right? That really scared me. It said the last team to be the longest unbeaten has not won a Super Bowl, right? Like lost in the divisional, lost in the wild card, lost in the Super Bowl, etc. So I'm glad we share that bad juju with the Philadelphia Eagles. Smarty Jams.
And by the way, he's getting well over 700. It'll be like 1,300, by the way. Just keep the ball rolling now.
1,300. Dan, I'm not happy. You know what to do. Bob got a beatdown last night, as I'm sure a lot of you can imagine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Tori was there at MetLife yesterday. Sorry to experience that one, Tony.
Tone, I'm sorry you had to deal with that, man. You know what I mean? Update from week 1. I've started to drink the Daniel Jones Kool-Aid. Terrence came in. I remember Terrence. All right, he came in week 2. He was like, guys, stop pumping up Indiana Jones. All right, he's not the answer. Shout out Indiana Jones, right? I'm glad that we were right about something in here. That's for damn sure.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid, though. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Everybody on this show is drinking the Kool-Aid on Indiana Jones right now. Trust me on that. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the first Patreon caller.
We got Sergeant Moonshine, who is a brand new Patreon caller. What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Man, if it ain't a good day to be a Patriots fan, let me tell you.
That's why you signed up.
Shout out to the Patriots.
I try to afford it when I can. I had some financial issues. I put money towards it when I can. I love y'all's show. I love it a lot.
Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that.
Dan, that was an amazing game. Like y'all played well. You made the Patriots play well. It was an amazing game. I loved it. I loved every minute of that game.
We didn't have a good game.
The last few seconds of Andy Borgalis going for that field goal, man, my heart stopped for a minute.
Dude, you know what, man? Like, y'all are definitely on pace. Y'all are a great team. It's great, like, when you see Vrabel out there really being able to, like, be a part of that culture. And so I saw that video of him waiting for every single player to come in and dap them up.
Oh
Y'all
my
are doing
God!
the right
The
thing,
locker
man.
room too. I don't know if you've seen any videos of the locker room too. That Stephon Diggs in there dancing and everything. K-Shawn was live on Instagram.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
hyping up
Dan was
everybody.
watching all that
was
content.
it
That's
was
for sure.
awesome.
Dude,
Dan was
It
tuned
was
in.
awesome.
I was
But
fuming. Look, yeah.
Dan was tuned in.
Like, look, you know what, man? Like, I'm not gonna like stray away. And so the Patriots won that game, and they deserved to win. And the Buffalo Bills did not deserve to win that game. All credit to Drake May and Stephon Diggs for doing whatever they pleased against our defense. And yeah, dude, solid win. I have
Appreciate the call, man.
I have no excuses. I have no excuses. But we will go on ahead and unpack that a bit later. Wow.
What's up?
Wow.
Power outage, man.
Oh, dude, look at that data, man. That's some clear data right there. Who's your carrier, bro? Verizon?
AT&T. Why is it fuzzy?
No, it's great.
No, it's great. Yeah,
better
it's
than your
great,
Wi-Fi.
man. Listen, you're making me switch, to be honest with you. You know?
Oh man.
No, I might need to have a call with
It's like
Verizon.
a free ad space for
AT&T.
Yeah, that's what
AT&T.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So right before you ended up getting booted, we were on the train with Indiana Jones and the Colts, right? And I'm sure you remember our old friend who called in on week 2. He was a Colts fan, and he said, "Stop pumping up Daniel Jones because you're making us delusional." He came back and he said, "Update from week 1. I've started to drink the Daniel Jones Kool-Aid." He's on board. He's on board. This team is a wagon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wagon. Thoughts on the win, TD? The Colts putting BTA on the Indianapolis Colts.
I knew week 1, even though it was the Dolphins and we're a bad team, it doesn't matter if we were a bad team. The throws Daniel Jones was making were phenomenal. They were next level, elite level throws, and it's kind of crazy, you know? So I really did consider the fact that they're a much better team than people realize. But that combination of Daniel Jones in the run game with Jonathan Taylor, in the defense also that's another thing. Low key, the defense is playing phenomenal football. This team has the makings. They have the makings to really make some noise this year. I've already said it is 2 teams in the AFC that were at the bottom last year that are going to replace 2 teams at the top this year, and that could be the Patriots and the Colts taking those playoff spots that other teams like maybe Baltimore or Cincinnati Bengals may lose this year. I don't know. The season still has to play out, but these guys are legitimate and they're legitimate contenders. They can beat any team. And yeah, they have a loss on their record, but at this point, who doesn't? So that's all I'll say. The Colts are legitimate. It's time to put some respect on their name and not look at them as a bottom-dwelling team anymore. They're not even a mid-team. They've climbed the ranks and they are competing and a contender.
Shane Steichen, man. Who were to know that all they had to do was bench Anthony Richardson and just accept the fact that that was a terrible first-round pick. That's all he had to do, folks, And one thing, too, shout out to that defensive coordinator, dude. Shout out to the former Cincinnati Bengals defensive coordinator who went on over to Indianapolis. That defense is not something we give enough credit to as well, because while Indiana Jones is fun to watch and it's great to see that this offense is finally moving, it's the defense which is the story over in Indianapolis. That team is playing at a very high level right now.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the Colts, man. Shout out to the damn Colts. Moving on. Let's talk about the game.
Can we talk about that Cardinals-Titans game?
That's exactly where I wanted to go. And you know what, Richie? I think it's appropriate for you to lead this segment, especially since you're very mad at the Cardinals, almost more so than you are with your own team, the New York Jets.
Yeah, the survival pool is such a fun thing because you become a fan of a team for one game. You're actively rooting for the team you picked because it's money on the line, just like when you make bets. It's the same thing. And, stress-free. You're up, the Cardinals are up 21-6. You're like, whew, a good pick, man. Good pick. And then right when I saw that dude fumble, Malachi Corley created a new trend last year. It was Corley that did it first. Fumbles at the 1-yard line. Right there, you felt everything collapse. And then, well, it actually started with the Kyler Murray. And then it was the Kyler Murray muffed fumble. And, like, you talk about a collapse. I don't think I've seen more of a worse collapse in my life as an NFL fan. And the Jets have gone through a bunch. And then you talk about Cam Ward. I wish you guys saw my reaction to that. That interception Cam Ward threw. I'm celebrating. Yeah, let's go. And then he fumbled it. And then they kick it in the end zone, and the Titans recover for a touchdown. That was the most ridiculous sequence I've seen in football. And then the Titans somehow get it done. And then Cam Ward has a chance. All they need is a field goal. And then they go down the field. Calvin Ridley with the beautiful pass. I mean, shout out to Cam Ward, bro. He went out there and made some big-time throws and big-time moments. That was an awesome moment for him, getting his first win of his NFL season. And the Titans are able to get the job done. I mean, that's why these survival pools are so ridiculous, because you just never predict when one of these bad teams are going to go out there and win a game. And, hey, the Cardinals are a bad team, bro. I mean, it's not even like the Cardinals are a good team and it's, like, crazy. But just absolutely ridiculous, man. And I'm just biting. I'm just pissed because I really, really wanted to win this survival pool, and I thought that pick was in the bag. But emotions aside, big-time win for Tennessee. And like I said, the Titans winning and the Saints winning leaves the Jets all alone with 0 wins. And we got Jets fans like, yeah, first pick. Shut up. I don't care. I don't want that.
No, y'all should be celebrating, Richie.
Yeah, celebrating.
Because what you want.
It's not even like it's good QB play in college right now either, man.
And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I think there's a big divide amongst the NFL draft pundits. People are saying it's not a good quarterback class anymore because the quarterbacks they thought were going to be good is not good. But some people are arguing there's good quarterbacks that no one saw coming that are great, like Mendoza and those guys. And I don't know.
You hopped on the Mendoza train.
And Moore, I think, is his name as well. There's new guys. That's why there's a weird confusion with NFL Draft 2026 quarterbacks. The guys like Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller, Arch Manning, and like
Drew Aller's.
Like those guys you're expected to be great this year are not. And now you're getting an influx of new guys, Lenore Sellers. So I don't know. Unfortunately, I got to start doing quarterback search after week 5. Even though, I mean, we'll get into the Jets talk later tonight. And even I don't know. We're not going to go there.
And so even with that kid out of Vanderbilt, Pavia, as well. Like, yeah, I know that he lost against Bama last week, but like he's been looking pretty good too.
Yeah, we'll see.
TD into those Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans getting their first damn win. Does this give you some hope for the Tennessee Titans and their future, or does this just show that there's a lot of problems with Arizona right now? And they
just two bad teams. Two bad teams. Kyler Murray left the game injured, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really get to see the game in its entirety. I saw spurts of it, but
did you see the collapse, like the viral play, at least?
Oh, no.
Dude, one of the craziest plays ever. So, TD, Cam Ward has the ball in the red zone, and they're down by, I think, 9 points or maybe double figures. And it's in the fourth quarter. Cam Ward throws an interception, right? And right there, you're like, game's over. The guy who picked it off gets up and fumbles the ball immediately, and the ball's at the 5-yard line, and everyone's going to try to pick it up. And the Titans, a Cardinals player went to go pick it up. He accidentally kicks the ball, and the ball goes all the way into the end zone. And then Tyler Lockett, the Titans wide receiver, jumps on it. Touchdown, Titans. So instead of a interception thrown by Cam Ward, it turns into a touchdown for the Titans because they intercepted it, fumbled it, kicked it in the end zone, and recovered it. That play was breaking my brain, man, watching that and rooting for the Cardinals.
That should still go down as an interception stat, though, right?
It was an interception stat, yes.
Yeah.
But it resulted in a touchdown for the Titans, so I think Cam Ward will take it.
Yeah, I just saw in a critical moment, Cam Ward makes his big 30 to 40-yard pass to Calvin Ridley. That really put him in the good position to win the game. And it's just two bad teams. And at the end of the day, we expect it from Tennessee, but Arizona, like, are they going to continue this Kyler Murray story after this year?
It's got to be the last year. It's got to be.
Like, because his money is coming up, and this is why I'm telling you, I keep trying to prepare people. There is going to be the largest quarterback shift in NFL history this offseason coming up with guys like Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, and a few others. Like,
Dak
there's going to be
Prescott?
a big shift. I don't know. Dak is going to be there to stay. He
He's
just
playing
got
good
paid.
ball.
He
I'll
got
take
the
him.
big money.
He's playing good ball right now, Dak. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not in that, but there's going to be like a 5 quarterback a shifting, and then you got the two like Russell Wilson and the one in
Kirk.
Atlanta, Kirk Cousins. You know, you got next year teams are not going to be starving for a quarterback. They're going to grab a guy or a trade with a guy that, hey, this is a new. Oh, there go the power just went back on. This is a new beginning. So we'll see. But yeah, Cardinals, they're a train wreck. This team is bad, just like Tennessee. So it is what it is.
Why does TD feel more official when he's calling it from his phone? Like, I feel like we're at like one of those.
Yeah, he does, man. I feel like we're watching something on TV right now.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
TD, you kind of feel more professional. I don't know why right now.
And so let's call it our insider.
Yeah,
for the Cardinals for the Cardinals Titans game right now. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, look at that.
What we learned in that
He's got his top
Titans
buttoned up.
that,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You're looking classy, man. You're looking classy.
hey, let's go. I'm the contributor, baby. Let's do it.
What I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's get to another caller while we keep on moving along. We got King Lowski's in the house. What up, King Lowski?
It's the fourth and forever crew, gentlemen. How are we doing? I won't even ask you that because I already know how you gentlemen are doing. It's a bad week. It's a bad week, and I'm talking about this team is so soft, and I mean it's ridiculous, man. 0-5, just trash. I'm talking about soft as cottonelle tissue. I can't believe this team, man. And let me just ask you guys a question because I don't even want to talk about the AFC East until tonight. But I really want to ask Tony because, you know, he's been going through it for a couple years now. How do you know a coach has lost a locker room? What are the signs of a coach that has lost a freaking locker room? Because I can tell you right now, Glenn, he lost it. Nobody's listening to him. Nobody's buying into what he's talking about. I mean, it's pure trash, man. So you already know, baby. I'm just here so I won't get fined, and them bums in the chat won't say I ain't never showing up, baby. So you already know what it is, baby.
Shout out to King Lowski, man. You can never
So
say he
him
doesn't
dropping
show
the
up.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I loved it. I loved it. TD, thoughts, signs
Insider
that a
Tony Dow.
signs that a coach is losing the locker room.
Well, there are signs of a coach losing the locker room when players start to make business decisions on the field. You know, do they sacrifice their body to make plays, or do they make business decisions and have, you know, a lot of missed tackles and different things of that nature? You know, right now, it's easy for a guy like Aaron Glenn to lose the locker room because no one in the locker room feels like they have a long-term future with the team other than the people that they just paid. Because no one in that locker room.
Our poor insider.
Folks, our insider is gone. His data is gone now too, folks.
What's
His
the excuse now? Maybe his phone
is
died.
done. So Richie, so do you share the same sentiment? So is there a world where you think that Glenn perhaps has lost the locker room?
He's back.
Oh, sorry there. I was getting some insider information.
That's good.
But no, nobody in that locker room feels safe because this isn't an Eric Glenn team. Only the people that just signed an extension in the contract are the safe ones. Everybody else is auditioning to see if they're going to be a part of the future. And guess what? They are all starting to realize he's probably going to want no part of us. They're hearing it in the meeting rooms. Look at this trash play. Look at that lackluster play. You're not giving enough effort. Everything is bad, and it's going to compound. So it's going to get even worse for the Jets. But they're going to clean house next year. I can guarantee you about 50% of that team will not be on the roster this coming offseason. There's going to be a massive purge, and then they're going to start trying to build through the draft. The only question is who has value that has been on a contract. The Jets need to look to try to trade them. And I'm going to tell you like this, Jets fans, you may have guys that you love on this roster. I'm not talking about the guys that just signed a deal. I'm talking about the guys that may be 2, 3, or 4 years into their deals. You may love them, but you have to look at it like this. This team is a team that's going to compete 3 years from now. 2 years of growing pains, 3 years, let's go to war. So when you look at that player that, oh, he's a great player at that position, you have to ask yourself, will he still be that great player after 2 more seasons? And if the answer is, I don't know, he's going to be older, at that age, at that position, injuries start creeping in, trade him. Trade him. Don't fall in love right now. Don't do like the Miami Dolphins did, like with players like Xavier Howard, one of the best in the league, getting all the interceptions during a rebuild. And all you're going to do is pay a guy for the years that you're rebuilding. And by the time you're ready to compete, he's a shell of himself. Trade him now and get young guys in the building. And don't worry about the names and how good they've been for you and how good they are. Will they be at that level 3 years from now when you're actually ready to compete? And if you have doubt, trade them and stack your assets now and build this team with the Aaron Glenn identity. And then you ask yourself, are guys giving up on the team whenever he gets his guys in the building?
Yeah. And so I also think that it is still a true thing that when a new head coach takes over, he just rolls with the team that he was inherited. And then next year is when he starts bringing in guys that really are going to work his system or the system that he has planned all along. So I'm not particularly shocked. And that's not saying that, oh, yeah, I've been rooting for the Jets' demise. I just kind of expected this, because that's like normally the trend that you see each and every single year. Like, look at the Seattle Seahawks, right? First year with McDonald, he rolled with the personnel that he inherited. I suppose that, were a decent team, I guess. But then afterwards, they ended up completely cleaning house in some very important positions. And look where Seattle is right now, right?
And here's another added
Sam
element.
Darnold.
Yeah, here's another added element that Jets fans need to realize. Aaron Glenn didn't come in to use the personnel he had and figure out how they can win with it. He came in saying, this is how we play football. This is how I want us to play football. We're going to do it my way, and I'm going to see who fits. So this year was not about let me adjust to the players and try to win that way. This was about, here's my system. Let me find out who fits and who doesn't. And basically, the way you all are playing, there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that don't.
It's true.
This was always a throwaway year, just to see who should be here for the future. I think Jets fans got a little confused because you do have a solid roster that if you cater to everybody's strengths, you can be more competitive. But this is a new coach. No, we're going to do this the way we want to do it, and a new GM. And we're going to build it just like the Lions. Remember how the Lions were at first? They didn't care. They didn't try to customize it to the players they had. No, we know what it takes to win. This is the way we're going to do it. Who fits it? None of you? Okay, we're bad. Okay, but don't worry, we're going to get there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I feel like, just to add on to what he was saying, this season is all about evaluation. And it feels like the biggest problem with the Jets, and we'll talk about it later tonight in a small sample size, is every football team deals with adversity during a game with the turnover. But when there's one piece of a turnover, like the Jets had in week 4 against the Dolphins, that fumble, this game against the Cowboys, one turnover compounds into a nightmare. And I think that is the situation with the Jets. When there's one mistake, it compounds into a million. They need to be able to handle adversity in real time, and they're not able to do that. And they got a lot of players that does not feel like they're bought in right now. And I agree with what Kinglowski and what TD has to say.
Damn. And so I need the Dan origin story and how Dan is a Bills and a Braves fan. So I was born in Buffalo, New York, and I moved south when I was like 13 years old. And like all my buddies were Braves fans. And like I'm literally a casual in every single sport with the exception of football. Like I watch football religiously. I always have. And ironically enough, I played baseball growing up. Like that was the sport I played. But yeah, I don't know. I just rocked with the Braves since I moved down south. I was peer pressured, but again, like I said, I'm a baseball casual, very much like every other sport with the exception of football. Am I crazy for saying if there's not a generational talent QB in the draft, the Jets should trade their first rounder to the Steelers for Tomlin?
Would Mike Tomlin have this team winning right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think so?
See, remember what we just talked about.
With this roster?
Remember what we just talked about. This team, I believe, could win right now, but it's not like it's going to be a competitor for the Super Bowl. If Tomlin came in and said, okay, let me work it to where we win right now, they'll win right now. If Aaron Glenn said, let me come in and work it to where we're going to win right now, forget my system, you all would be winning right now. I truly believe it. But this is a year of evaluation. We don't want to just build it to win 9 games or 10 games. We want to build it to win Super Bowls and win 11, 12, 13 games and go deep in the playoffs. That's a process. You have to sacrifice the immediate moment of success for the long-term better success. So Aaron Glenn could be winning right now if you ask me. Mike Tomlin would be winning with this team right now. Now, I'm not saying you be 4-1. I'm not even saying that but you could be 3-2. You could be 2-3. You would be doing better. But this is an evaluation season.
And the only problem with that is that the fans will never accept that as the reality because we've been bad for 14 straight years with no playoffs and we want immediate success. And the reality is nobody is down for another rebuild. But you are correct.
Nobody accepted the Lions' first year. Now
and
they're all like, yeah.
Not even just the Lions' first year, but the Lions' first half of the second year. They started 1-7 in year 2. And then the owners came out and backed the coaches, and then they finished that season 8-2. And then they went into year 3 and blew up into what the Lions are. And that's the only thing that Jets fans are clinging on the hope is that can be, we can replicate that in our own way.
Embrace the build.
It's hard because people be like, I've been embracing the build for 50 years.
Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
That's why it's tough.
Good.
It's not like we're coming off like 10 years of dominance and we're like, we got to embrace the rebuild.
Good.
So been doing that
God.
forever.
All right, well, you know what? I feel like we have a Patreon caller in. Habitual line steppers in the building. What up, man?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, man, living the dream. How about you?
Living the dream too. If you need a reference to a coach who's in the locker room, just look at my team.
Look at the Ravens.
Just look at my team, boy. People out there making business decisions.
Oh yeah.
But we got smacked. I knew it because Houston hasn't been able to beat us. And we've been beating on them for years. I said, they're going to get their lick back to this week. Let's see how Baltimore treat John walking off the field. And boy, did they boo him. They was throwing all type of, you suck. Get off my team. I was like, yeah, there we go.
So they've turned on John Harbaugh is what you're saying.
Who I was never on a John Harbaugh train.
Yeah.
I was never on the train. I didn't want him in the Lamar era. He managed to survive because Flacco got hurt. I'm still regretting Flacco. I'm still mad at Flacco for getting hurt. Because if he survived if he went that whole season, and we would have finished with a losing record yet again, they would have had to move on from John, bring in a new coach, build that O-line up, and go with Lamar. But we never get that, unfortunately.
And so does he survive this season?
Oh, no. I hope not. But
yeah,
it's not looking like it because if he lost the locker room, Steve going to have to move on.
Damn. John Harbaugh.
So be on the lookout, Richie, if you want to. We'll take Quinn
yeah,
Williams,
Richie,
though.
Man, he's raising his eyebrows. He's like, oh, yeah, I don't know about that. John Harbaugh, I'll take that guy.
Y'all should just trade Lamar to Miami and get an accurate quarterback in Tua.
Nah, negative. That's never gonna happen.
Oh
All right, enjoy your time, fellas. Much
Appreciate you,
love.
my bro. That's crazy
Appreciate
what's
it.
going on with the Ravens, man. That's a team you just did not expect to just fall down like that.
At all.
So do you want to know what's
Lamar,
crazy?
You know what I mean? Like even without Lamar Jackson, that was bad.
So do you want to know what's crazy right now? They are still minus 270 odds for winning the AFC North.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Still by a significant margin that they are still minus.
And listen,
270.
I'm not even mad at that. It's still
Yeah.
they're 1-4. Like,
and because I don't hate it either, like us assuming that like this is going to be a trend all season is
well, the Steelers got to collapse because the Bengals are a mess and the Browns are not doing anything. So it's really on the Steelers collapsing too.
Yeah. Can that happen? We'll see. We got Parks, the champion of the morning. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
I just want to say, great game, Dan. But
Thank you.
later on tonight on the AFC's roundtable, I got something to say to these Bills fans that's been out here talking reckless all of a sudden. We gonna address y'all. I be trying to leave y'all alone because I still look at y'all like y'all the little brothers. But don't worry, I'm coming for y'all later on. Not you, Dan, because you cool.
Thank you.
Like I say, me and you, Dan.
No, he ain't.
No, I'm gonna be real, bro. I told Dan, no matter the outcome, bro, that was a great game. Hell of a game, bro. It's just Bills fans need to realize the defense didn't lose you the game. The offense did.
It did.
The offense lost the game.
It did. It fucking did.
Like,
You know what,
come
Parks?
on now, like,
this is what
like,
the AFC's roundtable needs, Parks, if you don't mind me just saying this. There's been a little too much, and listen, the Jets are 0-5. It's not about the Jets. We suck. But there's too much of the lovey-dovey between Bills and Patriots. We need fire between these two teams. We don't need you guys coddling each other. We need the headbutt. So, Parks, we appreciate that energy. I'm excited for tonight.
Don't worry, I got you. I got y'all because these Bills fans, they getting beside themselves. They have really gotten beside themselves. As far as Aaron Glenn, I don't blame Aaron Glenn at all, man. I blame it's your quarterback, Rich. Them empty stats that he was doing yesterday, man, when the game was over 30-6, and Justin Fields wanted to come try to do something. Come on now, man. Come on now, Richie, what y'all need to do, and TD as well. Just go in the draft and just keep finding a quarterback till you find the right one. That's the way to do it. Just go in the draft and keep finding the quarterback, drafting the quarterback till you find the right one. Yeah. Richie,
I wish it was
y'all
easy.
might be stuck, but then again, GD and Richie, y'all might be stuck with these y'all quarterbacks, man. Y'all might be stuck with them.
We only have Fields for under contract next year. It's not like we paid him long term. TD,
yeah, I know the Dolphins stuck.
We ain't stuck with Fields. We can get out of that contract.
Only one more year.
Y'all shouldn't have paid that man Tua TD because it's just he's not gonna win you nothing. I know. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm off, fellas. Richie, in this offseason, I heard you say that why are the Patriots getting so much love, and why is Drake May getting so much love? Did they prove that to you last night?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, that's all I want to know, Rich. I'm gonna save it for tonight. I got y'all. Yeah. Appreciate it, fellas. Bills fans, don't worry. I got y'all tonight. All right, appreciate it, fellas.
Appreciate it. Shout out to Parks.
So Parks graduated, man. It used to be the battle between me and Parks in the basement, and I was graduated up to deal with the Bills people now. I'm gonna miss Parks going after me. Good luck with the Bills Mafia.
Well, we have a truce. We have a truce.
No,
John
truce.
Gruden.
What is this truce stuff?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I told it how it was last night on my stream, bro. Like, I was sitting there telling my fans, too. I'm like, dude.
I don't know, I have a feeling Colby's going to say some things,
That's
Dan.
why we lost.
I think Colby's going to say some things tonight that's going to piss you off, and I'm excited for it.
Dude.
I really think so. We know TD will, but I think Colby
I can't imagine anything Colby would say would be false.
Dude, stop looking at me like that camera angle, bro.
I can't wait.
TD, I think you have to do every show from this. TD, you have to throw your computer away.
Stop that, man. All right, anyway, we got John Gruden will be a Raven or Bengals new coach. Tom Brady, I'll bring fire, Dan. We will beat you again. I look forward to the matchup. Incoming. I hope that you guys can make it interesting by the time that we see you again. That's all I will say. That's all I will say. Damn. Folks, that's going to have to do it for another edition of Fourth and Forever, your daily NFL news show on the Roundtable Sports Network. Real coverage from real fans. The only Roundtable Sports, by the way. Okay. Richie, do you have anything to say to the audience before we send them off?
No, nothing other than just make sure you guys check us out on the AFC East Roundtable tonight at 6 p.m. This is going to be a good one. And this is what I really hope. Bills fans, show up. You've been showing up every single week after wins. And this is your first time experiencing an L. So I'm hoping, Dan, that we don't see the views all of a sudden drop and Bills fans just drop off because they're coming off a tough
don't worry.
L.
It's coming.
Because Jets fans show up. The Jets have lost every game, and we're there. All right, so I better see no drop-off of Bills Mafia in the chat tonight for the AFC East Roundtable because they've been dominating that show for a long time, and I hope they still dominate the show tonight. I know we have our usual loyals that are always going to be there, but I'm talking about the wide net people. That's all I got to say for tonight. I'm excited for tonight. Not really, actually. We can skip the Jets talk.
Yeah. No. We're not skipping the Jets. TD, what up, dude? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. I saw someone in the chat just now say, how do I call in? Listen, all you have to do is join the Patreon. Every episode, we drop the link for you to come in and say, whatever you feel that's on your mind about the entire NFL. So just join the Patreon, and you'll have access to the live shows on Roundtable Sports, all right? But you listen, man, tonight's going to be pretty fun on the AFC's Roundtable. We're going to cover some more of the games tomorrow here on Fourth and Forever. But y'all tune in tonight for the show because we got to go ahead and make some declarations tonight in the AFC East. And officially, call things as they are and quit all the delusion, all right? But I'll see y'all tonight. I can't wait. I'm excited about it.
What do you mean by that?
No, it's just some of the things that need to be official and no longer debated.
Yeah, I don't think we're 5 weeks in. There's nothing official, but yeah, we'll
Stop,
talk.
Richie. See, stop, Richie. Stop.
It's 5 weeks. There's
See, I
nothing
like
official.
See, I like
there's nothing cemented.
Fun fact.
Yes, it is.
So the Buffalo Bills have not won a Week 5 matchup since 2022. So Week 5 is not our week. Week 5 ain't our week, baby. We're going on a run. We ain't losing again, TD. We're not losing again, brother.
Dan Mitchell, y'all ain't won a Super Bowl since the dinosaurs. So the Super Bowl.
We're not losing. We're not losing another game, brother, until Week 5 next year. You heard it here first. We'll see you tonight. Peace.
Wow.